pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, Honorable City Council members, Mayor, Madam Treasurer, Deputy Clerk, our City Attorney, to all the administrative staff and guests that are in the audience, and for those viewing tonight's meeting via our broadcast channel and YouTube Live. Welcome to the City of Romulus City Council regular meeting, and today's date is Monday, May 1st, 2023. Members of the public wishing to participate in this meeting may do so under the public comment portion of the agenda. Please fill out a request to speak public comment card located on the table in the back of the chambers and hand it to the deputy clerk. And at this time, we will have roll call. Councilwoman Abdo?
Here.
And we know that Councilman Barton is absent and excused this evening. Councilwoman Roscoe?
Here.
Councilwoman Talley?
Here.
Councilman Wadsworth?
Here.
Councilwoman Webb?
Here.
And Councilwoman Williams.
Here.
Madam Chair, we have a quorum for tonight's regular council meeting agenda. Tonight's meeting agenda is as follows. Number 1, agenda. Number 2, minutes. 3, petitioner. 4, chairperson's report. 5, mayor's report. 6, clerk's report. 7, treasurer's report. 8, public comment. 9, unfinished business. 10, new business. 11, communication. And number 12, adjournment. And a motion will be in order to accept the regular council meeting agenda as presented.
So moved to accept the regular council meeting agenda as presented.
Support.
It's been motioned by Councilwoman Talley and supported by Councilwoman Abdo to approve the regular council meeting agenda. It's now time for roll call.
Roll call vote. Councilwoman Talley.
Yes.
Councilwoman Abdo.
Yes.
Councilwoman Celeste Roscoe.
Yes.
Councilman Wadsworth.
Yes.
Councilwoman Eva Webb.
Yes.
Chair vote yes.
Motion carried unanimously. Number 2, minutes. Agenda item 2A, for approval of the minutes from the regular meeting held on Monday, April 24th, 2023 at 7:30 p.m.
Madam Chairman, I will move for the approval of the council meeting that was held on Monday, April 24th at 7:30.
Support.
It's been motioned by Councilman Wadsworth and supported by Councilwoman Talley for approval of the minutes from the regular meeting held on Monday, April 24th, 2023. Roll call vote.
Councilman Wadsworth.
Yes.
Councilwoman Tina Talley.
Yes.
Councilwoman Celeste Roscoe.
Yes.
Councilwoman Abdo.
Yes.
Councilwoman Eva Webb.
Yes.
Chair vote yes.
The motion was carried unanimously. Agenda item 2B, for approval of the minutes from the special meetings held on Monday, April 24th, 2023 at 6 o'clock p.m. to discuss the Romulus Distribution Center's proposed brownfield plan, and at 7 o'clock p.m. to discuss the updates to the North Point development and amendments to the conditional rezoning and development agreement. Motion will be in order.
So moved. Support.
It's been motioned by Councilwoman Webb and supported by, was it Councilwoman Abdo? For approval of the special meeting minutes that were, special meeting minutes of meetings held on April 24th, 2023. Roll call vote.
Councilwoman Eva Webb.
Yes.
Councilwoman Abdo.
Yes.
Councilwoman Tina Talley.
Yes.
Councilwoman Celeste Roscoe.
Yes.
Councilman Wadsworth.
Yes.
Chair vote yes.
Thank you. There are no petitioners on the agenda. Takes us to number 4, the chairperson's report.
Yeah. Under the chairperson report, Ms. Roscoe.
Yes, I would, Councilwoman Williams, since she's sitting over here, can't make her motion, so she's asked me to read off this motion for her tonight. So I would like to get, make a motion, get support to name the Tot Park on Beverly Road the Mary Carter Park. Mary Carter made sure that the park was placed to ensure Romulus housing residents had a play area for their children. Urban renewal was designed for low-income families. Mary Clark spearheaded that organization.
Support.
Thank you. And I would just like to speak on that. I remember when I came to Romulus in the 70s, and they didn't have a whole lot down in the North End, and, you know, we have to really acknowledge those that worked hard and fought to make sure that those less fortunate, whether it was the parents or the children, really benefited, and we have to give it to Mary. It's sad that we a lot of times have to wait until that person is not here to honor them, but this will be really great for that part of the city.
It was motioned by Councilwoman Roscoe and supported by Councilwoman Webb for a resolution in honor of Mary Carter, sorry. Roll call vote.
Webb?
Yes.
Yes.
You made the motion.
I made the motion.
Councilwoman
Yes.
Celeste Roscoe? Councilwoman Webb?
Yes.
Councilwoman Abdo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Tina Talley?
Yes.
Councilman Wadsworth?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
Motion carried unanimously. Is there anything else under your report?
Chair report. Ask to support the chair report.
At this time, we need an approval of, to accept the chairperson's report.
Yeah.
So moved.
Excuse me,
Oh, I'm sorry.
Councilwoman Talley.
Yeah, really quick, I want to make this motion provided to me by Chairwoman Williams for us to make a motion and stand in solidarity with other communities that have adopted this same resolution, that it's Workers' Memorial Day as of every year on April 28th for communities and work sites around the world, honoring friends, family members, and colleagues who have been killed or injured on the job. This resolution is for a safe workplace. Again, it's called the Workers' Memorial Day.
Support.
It's been motioned by Councilwoman Talley, supported by Councilman Wadsworth, to adopt a resolution regarding the Workers' Memorial Day, and as stated by Councilwoman Talley. Roll call vote.
Any discussion?
Yes.
Yes. Councilwoman Webb.
I support.
Oh, you support. I was asking that any council member have any discussion.
Oh, anything to say in regards to this? This is the first time I've ever seen one of these resolutions for worksite accidents and injuries and deaths.
Yeah.
This is a good thing.
Yeah, well, I was approached, and they're doing it all over the state of Michigan, and recognizing a lot of the employees that get hurt and they kind of like fall by the wayside, so they decided to ask the different cities all around the state of Michigan to do a resolution to acknowledge those employees and workers that work for the different, not just for cities, but even for other companies, to acknowledge them.
That's great.
Any more?
I don't have anything else.
Okay. Roll call vote.
Ms. Talley.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Wadsworth.
Yes.
Councilwoman Webb? Councilwoman Abdo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wadsworth?
Yes.
Councilwoman Talley?
Yes.
Okay. Chair votes yes.
Motion carried. And if there's no more discussion under the chairperson's report, then a motion to accept the chairperson's report will be in order.
Madam Chair, I'll make a motion to accept your report.
Support.
It's been motioned by Councilwoman Roscoe and supported by Councilwoman Talley to accept the chairperson's report. Roll call vote.
Councilwoman Talley?
Yeah. Yes?
Who made the motion?
I did.
I'm worse than John.
That's okay.
Councilwoman Roscoe?
Yes.
Councilwoman Talley?
Yes.
Councilwoman Abdo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Eva Webb?
Yes.
Councilman Wadsworth?
Yes.
Chair vote yes.
Takes us to number 5, the mayor's report.
Thank you. Good evening, City Council, Madam Treasurer, Madam Clerk, Deputy Clerk, members of the listening audience, and those at home. Before I get into the action items on my report tonight, we have Vanessa Tolliver for a message from the Mayor's office.
Hello, I'm Vanessa Tolliver, and here are some events happening in Romulus. Romulus Goodfellows invites you to their Cinco de Mayo party from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. on May the 5th. Enjoy food, fun, and raffles for $20 per person while benefiting a great cause. For more information or advance tickets, call 734-322-7680. This is a 21 and over event. The 34th District Court is inviting the public to the second annual Community Day at the Court on Friday, May the 5th, from noon to 6 p.m. In addition to tours of the facility, attendees at Community Day can enjoy food trucks, public safety demonstration, and pet adoptions and more. Free dumping days will take place at the South Lot at the Romulus DPW on Thursday, May the 11th through Saturday, May the 13th. No commercial waste will be accepted. Non-hazardous materials only. Bulky items are limited to 3 per household. Please contact 734-942-7579 for questions. Proof of residency is required. Community Shred Day will take place on Saturday, May the 13th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Romulus City Hall complex. This is a drive-through event. You will drive up and the electrocycle employees will remove the boxes, dump the documents, and return the boxes to your vehicle. Limited 2 boxes per vehicle. Boxes should be no larger than 15 inches by 12 inches. Mayor McCray will present his 2023 State of the City address on Wednesday, May 24th at the Romulus High School auditorium. Check-in will begin at 4 p.m. and the program will begin at 5 p.m. The State of the City is free to attend this year and is open to all who wish to attend. However, we do ask that you RSVP with the Mayor's office by May 15th. Light refreshments will be served following the event. Thanks everyone, and remember to like and share us on Facebook and YouTube or visit our website for more information. Have a great night.
Thank you, Vanessa. We also had another big event in our community this weekend, Saturday, for our annual Clean Sweep. So I want to thank everybody who came out for Clean Sweep. Again, we had a huge crowd. It's a little bit wet out. We tried to get out earlier this year to avoid the tick issue we had last year. But everybody braved the wet weather, got out there. It was great to see some of our corporate relationships we have. We had Aerostar was out there. It's the first time they've been a part of our event. They're growing our community. Some of the Kroger representatives are out there again. Amazon employees. Also I know I'm going to say it wrong, DAMPS. But they've been a great community partner, and they sent their team out as well, and their CEO was out there. So he was in the weeds picking up trash for us, helping to clean our city up. Also, Madam Treasurer, Madam Clerk, thank you for attending and helping put your gloves on and cleaning up our community. I want to give also a shout out to Coach Searcy and what he's doing with those Romulus Eagles, because he had a lot of the varsity boys out there. And our recreation director, Colleen Dumas, had offense on one side of the fence, and defense on the other. Had a race, and it was a great competition. But those young men did a great job cleaning up our community, and they're getting involved, and I'm loving the program he's building over there. And also Blue Sky. You know, we bought the ice cream after for everybody over there, but Blue Sky will never give me a bill. This year we're forcing to pay for half, but anyway, they're always a good community partner too. So it's a great event to clean our city up on Saturday. Thank you to everybody that came out. And also, after the Person of the Year event, we're not done with you yet, Bill. I got a lot of phone calls about the dedication of the animal shelter into your name. So we are going to have a dedication ceremony, make it official on June 12th at 6 p.m. So anybody who wants to come out there and see us hang that or unveil that William Wadsworth sign at our animal shelter. Again, these are deserving. The work you've done over there, Bill. You've been a community leader with that, so thank you very much. And we're not done yet, and soon after June 13th, we'll leave you alone. So
I appreciate it, Mayor. Thank you.
On the action items from our report tonight, the first thing I have is a no-fee permit for the Juneteenth activities, and that's a request by Jerry Frayer. A request that council support the administration and concur with the administration to authorize a no-fee permit for the use of the Romulus Historical Park for activities during the first Juneteenth community celebration to be held on Saturday, June 17th, 2023, as well as the following road closure to accommodate the event and activities. Closure of Hunt Street, beginning at Bibbins and ending at the entrance of the post office on Hunt, beginning at 11 a.m., June 17th, and reopening at 4:30 p.m., June 17th, 2023.
Through the chair,
Yes.
I'd like to make that motion to concur with the administration and authorize a no-fee permit for the use of the Romulus Historical Park for activities during the first Juneteenth community celebration to be held Saturday, June 17, 2023, as well as the following road closure to accommodate the event activities. Closure of Hunt Street beginning at Bibbins Street and ending at the entrance of the post office on Hunt, beginning at 11 a.m. on Saturday, June 17, 2023, and reopening at 4:30 p.m. Saturday, June 17, 2023. And I do have a question.
It's been motioned by Councilwoman Talley and supported by Councilwoman Roscoe to concur with the administration and authorize a no-fee permit for the use of the historical park and for the road closure of Hunt Street beginning at Bibbins and ending at the entrance of the post office on Hunt Street for the Juneteenth celebration on Saturday, June 17th, 2023. Discussion.
What are some of the event activities going on that day? That's pretty exciting that this is our first. What are some of the activities that we're expecting on that day?
Well, again, this is our first one, so
Correct.
we're kind of planning small and then hopefully, produce big. Of course, we're having some activities, working with having a couple of bands, some music, participation from churches, even our youth. We'll have a couple of food trucks and some activities for our children, and having some vendors in the courtyard area. So we're still kind of still in the planning session, trying to put all this together. We will provide more details. The flyers will be coming out this week. But it's a lot because it is our first one, so we're all kind of, our committee putting everything together. So we'll, provide more information as things are being confirmed as they come in.
No,
So
thank you. I just kind of
apologize.
want to get an idea.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of details for you now, but that's kind of just the gist of it. Just kind of a gathering of and being inclusive and educational. This is the first time, a lot of people don't really know about Juneteenth.
Right.
And so this will be a great educational opportunity for our community at large.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay. Roll call vote. Councilwoman Talley?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Motion was made by Councilwoman Talley, moved by Abdo. Roll call vote. Councilwoman Talley?
Yes.
Councilwoman Abdo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Rosworth?
Yeah.
You know I didn't mean that. Councilman Wadsworth?
Yes.
Councilwoman Webb?
Yes.
Councilwoman Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair vote yes.
Thank you. And I also want to thank the city clerk for stepping up and taking a lead in this. I'm excited about another new event here in Romulus, and we are a diverse community. We always say one Romulus. I think it's a great opportunity for everybody to come out and learn a little bit more about culture. I'm right with you. I didn't know anything about this holiday a few years ago, and I think it's important to educate people and tell them what's going on. So looking forward to it. The next item I have is the North Point rezoning and development. So I would ask that council concur with the administration and approve the attached First Amendment to the North Point conditional rezoning and development agreement.
Madam Chairman, I will move for the First Amendment of the North Point rezoning and development.
Support.
It's been
Any
motioned-
discussion? Any discussion?
No, I don't have any discussion.
Motion made by Councilman Wadsworth, second by Councilwoman Tina Talley. Councilwoman Abdo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Roscoe?
Yes.
Councilwoman Webb?
Yes.
Chair vote yes.
Thank you. The next item I have is the amended Romulus Distribution Brownfield Agreement. And this one has two motions. First, I would ask that council concur with the administration and the Romulus Brownfield Redevelopment Authority and amend the Romulus Distribution Center Brownfield to include 2 additionally acquired properties and reallocation of costs for eligible activities.
Madam Chair, I'll make that motion to concur with the administration and the Romulus Brownfield Redevelopment Authority and amend the Romulus Distribution Center Brownfield to include 2 additional acquired properties and reallocation of cost for eligible activities.
Support.
It's been motioned by Councilwoman Roscoe and supported by Councilwoman Talley to concur with the administration and the Romulus Brownfield Redevelopment Authority and amend the Romulus Distribution Center Brownsville to include 2 additionally acquired properties and reallocation of costs for eligible activities.
Any discussion? No. Roll call vote. The motion was made by Councilwoman Roscoe, second by Councilwoman Talley. Councilman Wadsworth?
Yes.
Councilwoman Eva Webb?
Yes.
Councilwoman Abdo?
Yes.
Chair vote yes.
Thank you. The second part of that motion, I would ask the council to concur with the administration and the Romulus Brownfield Redevelopment Authority and approve the amended and restated Romulus Distribution Center Brownfield Agreement in accordance with the resolution to include 2 additional acquired properties and reallocation of costs.
Madam Chair, I'll make that second motion to concur with the administration and the Romulus Brownfield Redevelopment Authority and approve the amended and restated Romulus Distribution Center Brownfield Agreement in accordance with the resolution to include the 2 additional acquired properties and reallocation of cost.
Support.
It's been motioned by Councilwoman Roscoe and supported by Councilman Wadsworth to concur with the administration and the Romulus Brownfield Redevelopment Authority and approve the amended and restated Romulus Distribution Center Brownsfield Agreement in accordance with the resolution to include the 2 additional acquired properties and the reallocation of costs.
Any discussion? No discussion? It was moved by Councilman Wadsworth, supported by Councilwoman Talley. Is that correct?
No.
Wadsworth, Roscoe.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, during discussion, Chair, Councilman Williams, so the motion was by Councilwoman Roscoe and supported by Councilman Wadsworth. When we're doing the roll call, make sure we state all the names because we need to make sure that everybody has a vote.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So-
Moved by Councilwoman Roscoe, second by Councilman Wadsworth. Roll call vote. Councilman Wadsworth?
Yes.
Councilwoman Roscoe?
Yes.
Say it backwards. Councilwoman Abdo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Eva Webb?
Yes.
Councilwoman Tina Talley?
Yes.
And Chair votes yes.
Thank you. The next item I have is for 2-year contract pricing for gravel, sand, and limestone. I would ask the council concur with the administration and award ITB 22-23-20 to the lowest, most responsive and responsible bidder, Osborne Industries Incorporated, for 2-year fixed pricing for gravel, sand, limestone for the City of Romulus Department of Public Works in the amounts indicated on the tabulation sheet.
Madam Chairman, I will move that we approve it's ITB 22/23-20. It's a 2-year contract for the pricing of gravel, sand, and limestone with the Osborne Company.
Support.
It's been motioned by Councilman Wadsworth and supported by Councilwoman Webb to concur with the administration and award ITB 2223-20 to the lowest, most responsive and responsible bidder, Osborne Industries, for a 2-year fixed pricing for gravel, sand, and limestone for the City of Romulus Department of Public Works in the amounts indicated on the tabulation sheet.
Any discussion? No. Moved by Councilman Wadsworth, supported by Councilwoman Webb. Councilwoman Abdo?
Yes.
Councilman Wadsworth?
Yes.
Councilwoman Roscoe?
Yes.
Councilwoman Talley?
Yes.
Councilwoman Eva Webb?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
Thank you. The next item I have is for 2-year contract pricing for large water parts. So I ask the council concur with the administration and award ITB 2021-13 to the lowest, most responsible bidder, Core and Main LP, for 2-year fixed pricing, prices to end at June 30th, 2023, on water hydrants and gate valves.
Madam Chair, I'll make that motion for ITB 22/23-21 for large water parts, 2-year contract pricing for water hydrants and gate valves.
Support.
It's been motioned by Councilwoman Roscoe and supported by Councilwoman Talley to concur with the administration and award ITB 20/21-13 to the lowest, most responsible bidder, Core and Main, for a 2-year fixed pricing to end June 30th, 2023 on water hydrants and gate valves.
Any discussion?
Excuse me, through the chair. Looks like we have a typo on the paperwork. So the motion read was ITB 2021-13. It needs to be 2023-21.
You say it should be 2022, 23, 21?
ITB 22-23-21, as it shows on the first page of the report.
Okay,
22. Do you want me to restate the motion?
yes.
You said it's 22/23-20 dash,
ITB 22-23-21.
got it, okay. All right, I'll
I
restate.
apologize.
That's no problem. I'll restate the motion. Motion by Councilwoman Roscoe and supported by Councilwoman Talley to concur with the administration and award ITB 22/23-21 to the lowest, most responsible bidder, Core and Main, for a 2-year fixed pricing to end June 30th, 2023 on water hydrants and gate valves.
Roll call vote. Councilwoman Roscoe,
Yes.
Councilwoman Tina Talley,
Yes.
Councilwoman Abdo,
Yes.
Councilman Wadsworth.
Yes.
Councilwoman Eva Webb.
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
Thank you. The next item I have is for water system small parts. And I ask the council concur with the administration and award ITB 22-23-22 to Ferguson Water Works for 1-year guaranteed pricing on water system parts for Water Division of the City of Romulus Department of Public Works at the pricing indicated on the tabulation sheet.
And through the chair, I'd like to make that motion to concur with the administration and award ITB 22/23-22 to Ferguson Water Works for 1-year guaranteed pricing for water system parts for Water Division of the City of Romulus, Department of Public Works, at the pricing indicated on the tabulation sheet.
Support.
It's been motioned by Councilwoman Talley and supported by Councilwoman Abdo to concur with the administration and award ITB 22/23-22 to Ferguson Water Works for 1-year guaranteed pricing for water system parts for Water Division of the City of Romulus Department of Public Works at the pricing indicated on the tabulation sheet.
Roll call vote. Councilwoman Tina Talley,
Yes.
Councilwoman Abdo,
Yes.
Councilwoman Roscoe,
Yes.
Councilman Wadsworth.
Yes.
Councilwoman Eva Webb.
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
Thank you. The next item I have up for action is a bid for 2-year pricing on rock salt. This, 2 motions will be needed on this one. And I ask that council concur with the administration and award bid ITB FH 22-23-2388 for the purchase of road salt for the 2022, 2023, and 2024, 2025 road salt seasons under the terms of the Mitten Cooperative Bid hosted by the City of Farmington Hills from Detroit Salt Company.
So moved to concur.
Support.
It's been motioned by Councilwoman Webb and supported by Councilwoman Abdo to concur with the administration and award bid ITB FH 22-23-2388 for the purchase of road salt for the 2022, 2023, and 2024 and 2025 road salt season under the terms of the Mitten Cooperative Bid hosted by the City of Farmington Hills from Detroit Salt Company.
Any discussion? Roll call vote, moved by Councilwoman Eva Webb,
Yes.
supported by Abdo. Councilwoman Webb,
Yes.
Councilwoman Abdo,
Yes.
Councilwoman Roscoe,
Yes.
Councilwoman Tina Talley,
Yes.
Councilman Wadsworth,
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
Thank you. The next part of this motion, I would ask that council concur with the administration and authorize the extension of the bid each of the 4 subsequent years for the terms of the solicitation agreement, and the bid is mutually extended by the company and the hosting agent.
Through the chair, I would like to make that motion to concur with the administration and authorize the extension of the bid each of the 4 subsequent years per the terms of the solicitation documents if the bid is mutually extended by company and the hosting agent.
Support.
It's been motioned by Councilwoman Talley and supported by Councilman Wadsworth to concur with the administration and authorize the extension of the bid each of the 4 subsequent years per the terms of the solicitation documents if the bid is mutually extended by company and the hosting agent.
Any discussion? Roll call vote, Councilwoman Tina Talley,
Yes.
Councilman Wadsworth,
Yes.
Councilwoman Abdo,
Yes.
Councilwoman Celeste Roscoe.
Yes.
Councilwoman Eva Webb.
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
Thank you. The next item I have is a budget amendment. And I'd ask the council concur with the administration and introduce budget amendment 22-23-16 to recognize MEDC sidewalk grant.
Madam Chair, I'll make that motion for introduction of Budget Amendment 22/23-16 to recognize the MEDC sidewalk grant.
Support.
It's been motioned by Councilwoman Roscoe and supported by Councilwoman Webb to concur with the administration and introduce Budget Amendment 22/23-16 to recognize MEDC sidewalk grant.
Any discussion?
Yes,
Councilwoman Abdo.
thank you. Do we have any idea where this grant is going to be applied in terms of the sidewalk?
I'll have Roberto come to the podium and speak, give some details on that.
Thank you.
Good evening, council. So just to kind of clarify, this is one portion of the grant. This is the $1 million that
state.
our state senator and representative had gotten us. So this is one installment of that money. What we're going to do is we're going to go through the whole entire city, and we're going to do an assessment of sidewalk, and we're going to see how much money and how much quantity we can cover with the $1 million. So we'd like to have a citywide plan, but I just can't make that guarantee. I would like to come to council probably within a month's worth of period to kind of give some further details of exact locations once we have our inspectors go through the city. And they're actually going through our city as we speak. But I don't have anything tangible with how far this money's going to take us.
Can this be used also to repair the existing sidewalks we have?
Well, yeah, that's the intent, to use this money. So what we're doing is, we're going through all the subdivisions, and we're inspecting the walk. If there's a hazard or a deflection, in elevation more than 2 inches, then we're marking that down. We're marking down the address, and we hope to quantify that in a couple weeks and then see like what type of dollar figure we're talking about.
Thank you.
I want to ask you this question, Director. That $1 million that came from the state, wasn't that specifically for Wayne Road sidewalks? Looking at Wayne Road sidewalks from Van Born to Wick?
No, that's a separate project. We have,
So this is not the $1 million that was presented to the city of Romulus for sidewalks on Wayne Road?
well, it's two different things here. So we have a TAP grant for $1 million for Wayne Road sidewalk. And then we have this $1 million from the MEDC. Part of the MEDC agreement does stipulate we can use some of that money for repairs on Wayne Road sidewalk. So we're planning on doing some repairs, but we're not planning on building all the sidewalk that doesn't currently exist with this money. Okay, so 2 different buckets of money.
I just want to make sure that, we stay on the straight and narrow, because I remember they presented the $1 million. So what sidewalks do you need to repair on Wayne Road? Because from Van Born to Ecorse, there's no sidewalks.
Yeah, so from Smith Road up to Wick, there's existing sidewalk, and we're gonna repair some of that.
To be clear, there's 2 sidewalk programs that we're going to run in the city. One is the Wayne Road sidewalk for repair and install for the new, and then also some of this other money we're going to be using to go into our existing neighborhoods where you have heaved sidewalks and trip hazards in some areas. In the way the ordinance is read, it's incumbent on the property owner adjacent to that sidewalk to make the repair. And this is a way to use some of those dollars to increase the safety there and not burden our residents with it. So 2 different programs, 2 different tranches of money. This money can only be used for sidewalks. I mean, let's make that perfectly clear. The first thing we thought of when they gave us this money was, why can't they give me money for roads? This money is only for, walkability and sidewalks. We received 2 different allocations. So one is for that new sidewalk on Wayne with some repairs on Wayne, but also Roberto's gonna, like you're talking about, evaluate in the Meadows and the Oak Brook and the McDonald's to see where the worst situations are, and we can go in there and start doing some repairs for the residents.
Okay, thank you.
We now have roll call.
Roll call, Councilwoman Roscoe,
Yes.
Councilwoman Webb.
Yes.
Is this the same? Councilwoman Tina Talley,
Yes.
Councilwoman Abdo,
Yes.
Councilman Wadsworth,
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
Thank you. Next item I have is another budget amendment. I would ask that council concur with the administration and introduce budget amendment 22-23-18 to recognize the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services grant.
Through the chair, I'd like to make that motion to concur with the administration and introduce budget amendment 22/23-18 to recognize Michigan Department of Health and Human Services grant.
Support.
It's been motioned by Councilwoman Talley and supported by Councilwoman Webb to concur with the administration and introduce Budget Amendment 22/23-18 to recognize Michigan Department of Health and Human Services grant.
Councilwoman Tina Talley,
Yes.
Councilwoman Webb,
Yes.
Councilman Wadsworth,
Yes.
Councilwoman Abdo,
Yes.
Councilwoman Roscoe,
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
Thank you. One last item I have that's not on the agenda tonight is join me in wishing our clerk, our city clerk, happy birthday today. So happy birthday.
Thank you.
28 again?
Absolutely.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, Mayor. Said I was going to get away this
That-
evening without it.
No. That concludes my report for this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Number 6 is the clerk's report. 6A. For second reading, and final adoption, Budget Amendment 2223-17 in the amount of $20,855 to recognize grant revenue and expenditures for Public Library Services grant approved by the Library Board on April 17, 2023. This budget amendment was introduced at the April 24th regular City Council meeting. Motion would be in order.
Through the chair, I'll make that motion to approve second reading and final adoption of the budget amendment 22/23-17 for the library.
Support.
It's been motioned by Councilwoman Abdo and supported by Councilman Wadsworth to approve the second reading and final adoption of Budget Amendment 2223-17 in the amount of $20,855 for the Public Library Services grant.
Councilwoman Abdo,
Yes.
Councilman Wadsworth,
Yes.
Councilwoman Roscoe,
Yes.
Councilwoman Tina Talley,
Yes.
Councilwoman Eva Webb,
Yes.
chair vote yes.
Thank you. Agenda item 6B, we have a study session request. Mayor McCrate is requesting a one-hour study session for Monday, May 22nd, 2023, at 6:30 p.m. to discuss the water rate study. The date and time for this meeting are available.
So moved for the special study session, which will be held on May the 22nd at 6 p.m.
Support.
Can I ask who supported that motion?
Celeste.
Okay. It's been supported by Councilman Wadsworth and supported by Councilwoman Roscoe to approve a study session request for Monday, May 22nd, 2023 at 6:30 p.m. to discuss the water rate study.
Yeah, through the chair, can I ask you a quick question?
Yes.
Mayor, is this a continuation of the discussion we had today?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to be clear. Thank you.
Roll call vote?
Okay. Councilman Wadsworth,
Yes.
Councilwoman Roscoe,
Yes.
Councilwoman Tina Talley,
Yes.
Councilwoman Eva Webb,
Yes.
Councilwoman Abdo,
Yes.
chair votes yes.
Thank you. 6C, for first reading and introduction of an amendment to Chapter 2, Article 7, Cemetery Ordinance, Sections 2-409 and 2-410 of the Romulus Code of Ordinance. Section 2-409, this is appointment of the Board of Cemetery Trustees. This is to increase the total number of trustees to 7, and also includes language of a council council representative being a voting trustee of the board. Section 2-410, duties of the cemetery trustees, modify the language of the duties of the Board of Trustees and volunteer services permitted upon signing the city designated waiver and release form for volunteers.
Madam Chair, I'll make that motion for first reading and introduction of amendments to Chapter 2, Article, what's that, Article
7.
7, Section 2-409 and 2-410 of the Romulus Code of Ordinances.
Support.
It's been motioned by Councilwoman Roscoe and supported by Councilwoman Abdo for first reading and introduction of amendments to Chapter 2, Article 7, Section 2-409 and 2-410 of the Romulus Code of Ordinances.
Roll call vote. Councilwoman Roscoe,
Yes.
Councilwoman Abdo,
Yes.
Councilwoman Webb.
Yes, I have a
I'm sorry.
comment.
Discussion?
Can I?
Yes,
Oh.
please.
This, who is representing from the council?
I do.
Oh, okay.
If you want me, you can.
Councilwoman Webb.
Yes.
Yes.
I just,
Councilman Wadsworth,
Yes.
chair votes yes.
Thank you, Council. And the last action item under the clerk's report. This is an amendment to the Romulus Memorial Cemetery Rules and Regulations. The Cemetery Board of Trustees held a meeting on April 25th and discussed proposed amendments to the cemetery rules and regulations to amend the date for the removal of all floral arrangements, wreaths, and grave blankets from April 1st to March 15th, weather permitting. It is requested that council concur with the recommendation of the Cemetery Board of Trustees to amend the cemetery rules and regulations accordingly. Motion would be in order.
Madam Chair, I'll make that motion.
I'll support it.
It's been motioned by Councilwoman Abdo and supported by Councilman Wadsworth for the proposed amendments to the Romulus Memorial Cemetery Rules and Regulations as stated by the clerk.
Roll call vote. Councilwoman Abdo?
Yes.
Councilman Wadsworth?
Yes.
Councilwoman Roscoe?
No.
Councilwoman Tina Talley?
Yes.
Councilwoman Eva Webb?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
Thank you. That concludes the clerk's report. It takes you to number 7, the treasurer's report.
Good evening. I do not have any city business under my report this evening, but I do want to wish our dear clerk as well a very happy birthday. She's a dear friend, and so happy birthday to you. And then I want to acknowledge Mr. Wadsworth again, went to the event on Friday, and it was a great event, great job. Glad I was there, and congratulations to you again. And that is it. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Treasurer. Takes us to number 8, public comment, and this is the portion of the agenda for those who are in the audience this evening and would like to address our city council. The rules to address city council can be found on the back of the meeting agenda. To address city council, please raise your hand, and after you've been acknowledged by the chairperson, approach the podium and state your name. Please note that members of the public who submitted a public comment card will be called upon first. You will have 3 minutes to speak, and any additional time will be upon the consent of the chairperson. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to address the city council? If so, please raise your hand. Madam Chair, no one has indicated that they would like to address city council. May we close that part of the meeting,
Yes.
the agenda out? Thank you. It takes us to number 9, unfinished business.
Virginia? I'm going to put us unfinished business because this all began last Friday night. But I said that night that if I forgot anybody's name, I would mention it tonight. First of all, it was a very humbling experience, and I appreciate anybody that had anything to do with it. But 2 people that really worked that night hard were Roger Cadu and Mike Lakaska. I did mention you Friday night because you were too busy. Maybe you wouldn't have heard me. But I did go back. I did have another piece of paper that was in my other pocket. And I want to thank the fire department and especially John Thieves, who every time I had a bowling event, he would bring, is it Tough or Rough the dog? Where that big dog's name was, he would bring it, and it was great. Romulus Lanes never made me pay 10 cents a Puff and Fluff, Blue Sky, and Jake's Truck and Auto, and St. Aloysius that always gave us a bingo license, and we didn't have to pay. And again, it was an experience that I'll remember for a long, long time. Thank you, Mayor, and thank this council. And that's it. I'm done with Person of the Year.
If there's no more unfinished business, it takes us to number 10, new business. Number 11, communication.
Through the chair. Thank you. Just a couple of quick reminders. We have National Day of Prayer this Thursday, November 4th. It's a National Prayer Day. We will be meeting here at the flagpole at the City Hall at noon. The Ministerial Alliance will be going around the city at the schools offering prayer at the different schools. So please hope to see you at the flagpole at noon on this Thursday, November 4th, for National Day of Prayer. Why I Love the City of Romulus contest is over. We have one submission that will be read next Monday at the council meeting on Monday, May 8th, so stay tuned for that. And then lastly, I just want to just do a shout out to the Wayne County Women's Commission at their resource fair this past Thursday. It was a momentous event. It was an event that was attended by over 300 women, 300 attendees. It was for the women of Wayne County. And he had over 100 and some vendors for employer and vendors, and we had health and wellness vendors. Just an amazing, amazing event. Our visionary was Dr. Regina Randall, whose vision this was, and who it was executed by the women of the Wayne County Women's Commission. Thank you, Councilwoman Williams, for being in attendance, who was in attendance that day. And I want to do a shout out to a very special volunteer. I called her at the last minute and asked her to come and help me down there because I was heading up the volunteers that day. And Wendy Harmon came down at the last minute notice and just showed out. She was there with me all day, and she caught the eye of the visionary Dr. Regina Randall because of her performance and outstanding volunteerism on that day. So I want to shout out to Wendy Harmon. She did an amazing job, and again, she caught the eye of the visionary Dr. Regina Randall that day because of her volunteerism. It was just over the top, and the whole event was over the top. And I want to thank everybody who participated, who was able to participate. It was a great event for the first time, and I was just so glad to be a part of it. So thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
To the chair, just one last communication. If you've noticed, I got a couple phone calls today. People noticed Channel 4 was visiting our downtown, and they were curious about what was going on down there. Well, Pam Osborne, who did a write-up in the, did a report on the things that we're doing downtown and business incubation. Over the summertime, if you recall, she came back to do a part two. She's heard of some of the momentum and some of the things that our DDA is working on with Jerry Frey, our new DDA director, and also Kevin Kraus. And there's some wins coming out of that, some momentum coming out of it. So he came to do a follow-up story on lowering the nest and that whole business, incubation that we're working on in our downtown. So check it out. It's supposed to be on tonight at 11 o'clock, Channel 4 News. So.
Nice.
Anyone else? I would like to also speak on the women's affair. It was well attended, and also there were 3 Romulus residents that were had tables there that were promoting their business, and each one of them was just really proud to be involved. And I noticed that Dr. Regina Randall, awesome woman, a little pushy but awesome. She reached out to Rachel, Flowers in the Mittens, and they made the bouquets. They were gorgeous. I mean, she had so many compliments pertaining to those bouquets, so thanks to Flowers in the Mittens. But also, it was really funny because, when you get a bunch of women in a room, sometimes it be chaos. It was so many women, and they were so organized, and everybody knew what they were supposed to be doing, and everybody was going in the direction that they were supposed to be going. And I just enjoyed it. I actually volunteered, but I didn't lift a finger to do nothing because I already seen she had more than enough people. So it was a really wonderful event for women, that all kind of jobs, all kind of health issues or health care physicians that was there. It was just wonderful. So I'm sure they'll put another one on next year or the year after. But also, I want to say this to those that participate in Forgotten Harvest. The time says 10 to 12:30, but you must be in line by 12 o'clock in order for us to serve you, because we have to be off the school property in order for the buses to be there and pick the kids up. So some people start at 7 in the morning. 10 o'clock to 12:30, but you must be in line at 12 o'clock for us to serve you and us to get off of that property. So anyone is welcome. If you have any questions, you don't hesitate to call me at 734-673-8396. Thank you.
Is there any more communication from council?
I have one more
Okay.
on my list. I forgot Dr. John Herman, the late Dr. John Herman, a very big supporter. Thank you.
Great. That takes us to number 12, adjournment.
So moved.
Support.
It's been motioned by Councilman Wadsworth and supported by Councilwoman Talley to adjourn the regular council meeting agenda at 8:30.
Councilman Wadsworth?
Yes.
Councilwoman Tina Talley?
Yes.
Councilwoman Celeste Roscoe?
Yes.
Councilwoman Abdo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Eva Webb?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
So cold, I'm stuck.